What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is your host Maverick, bringing to you yet another episode of Dr. Stone. So, last episode, Senku parted ways with his friends off to build his own nation of science, if you will, in order to combat against Tsukasa's nation of power, nation of force, whatever you want to call it. Basically, brains versus brawn, right? Although he's not alone in this regard, since immediately we meet one of my favorite characters within this series, Kohaku. She's quite the babe, although she's not really known for that, if I might say. But we'll get to that later as everybody learns more about her personality and whatnot. But in any case, like I said, now that we know that there's other civilization here, there's other people here, it's up to Senku to sort of try and convince them to join his nation of science and combat together against Tsukasa, right? And of course, as we already know from last episode, Kohaku currently regards Senku as a sorcerer, if you will. So, he's a magic man. Let's see if he can work his magic against these villagers, these other people, right? I'm not gonna spoil the fun, so let's just get into the episode right now. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. It also deals with the... wait a second. Kohaku. Yeah, sorry guys. This is Senku we're talking about here. Their bickering is definitely something that I like from later on. Lion buddies. Hey, there's the village. Ohio! Alright, I'll skip this real quick. Where 2 million years have gone. Huh? What's the title for this? You guys can probably tell which one it is judging from the opening. No kidding. Ah. Yeah. Clear division of duties, alright? The first traffic accident in 3,700 years. Whoa. Nice hair, girl. Hey, hey, hey. That's a good mystery to figure out. And of course, we got to get through all this stuff first. Ah, sorcery. It reminds me of a certain quote from the Arthur C. Clarke. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from sorcery. From magic, actually. Hey, 그럼. He certainly reminds us of someone, right? But unlike that other someone, since he's already self-proclaiming to be a sorcerer, of course, that means something else here. Hey, we got a sorcery duel. Fireworks! Static electricity. No, not quite primitive. Oh, he's not actually going up in this one? Okay. Because curiosity is the basis of human nature. It's how we got here in the first place. This one was actually a bit anticlimactic for me as well when I first read the manga. And at least they have the concept of arithmetic, right? Boys will be boys. Lulu wa Lulu da. Ew. That's a play on his name. Because kin means gold in Japanese. Let's see, the kanji on the right means gold. That's how the earliest medicine was derived as well. By our ancestors testing it in their own bodies. Hey, her sister. He's already like, science! That's a long talk. Millions of years. Yeah. Right here. Wait, he already... Okay, I think that we may be jumping the gun a little bit here. Oh well. See, from the cast list, the Taiju and Yuzuriha and Tsukasa were removed. That should tell you, like, how long we're not going to be seeing them. Alright, see you guys in a second. And there we go, that was episode 7 of Dr. Stone. And boy, what a treat, right? We actually got to see a magic battle, even though this series is based on science. You know, when I first read that in the manga, I thought the entire concept of that was pretty ingenious, right? Like I quoted earlier, any technology that's sufficiently advanced is akin to magic in a way, right? So this was, for all intents and purposes, and for those who were onlooking, you know, the others who were looking at this battle, this was indeed a magical duel, right? So I love it. I love it how they use this kind of opportunity to portray this kind of thing. But anyways, this is a science series after all, so let's talk a little bit about the science within this episode, right? At least the scientific references. So first of all, and this ties in with literally also the ending of this episode as well, what exactly does Senku mean by 2 million years of civilization, right? Because humans, especially modern humans, definitely did not live for that long. So what I believe Senku is actually referring to here is actually the entire genus of Homo. So as you may know, human beings, we have a specific scientific name, and that is Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens is our species in terms of the taxonomy of scientific classification. So at the very bottom, we have Homo sapiens. One step above it, we have the genus, which is Homo, right? And so the earliest Homos actually appeared around 2 million years ago. And this genus of Homo actually includes not only Homo sapiens, which came a lot later, but also some more earlier predecessors, such as Neanderthals or Homo erectus. Now, okay, I know you guys are snickering. Grow up. Erectus literally means upright, okay? So Homo erectus is literally meaning an upright man, or a man who walks on his 2 feet, right? So it's actually sort of like coming in, and the genus Homo is sort of like the distinction point between gorillas and chimpanzees and actual humans, right? Homo means human. So that is the distinction they're going for here. And this actually, and the reason why I believe Senku specifically is referencing this 2 million years ago, the beginning of the genus of Homos, as the starting point of civilization, is because this is also around the time when we have the earliest evidence of a certain type of animal using fire, right? So you can also arguably say that this is probably the beginning of human civilization with the usage of fire. And well, that's the reference, I believe. If there is some other more specific point in time, do correct me, but I do believe this is what Senku is actually referring to here. So yeah, that is in regards to the 2,000,000 years part. And then another part, I guess I can quickly also explain a little bit, is in regards to the, you know, the I believe it was called what, rainbow flames or whatever it was that Chrome used. You know, turning fire into different colors, right? I also talked a little bit about it during the reaction, but again, this is sort of the basis of fireworks as we know it, right? When we see fireworks up in the sky, when they explode and they turn into all these different colors, it's because they're actually burning all these different kinds of elements and minerals, and so that is how they get their color, and that is literally what Chrome is doing here as well. And yeah, that's about it. I don't think we need to go too overboard in the explanation for this part. In terms of the other stuff, such as you know, gathering all these different rocks and testing out different herbs and medicine and plants and whatnot. Again, it's really cool, right? Because this is literally how science was developed within over these hundreds of thousands of years, just because people, like I said, humans are naturally curious, right? It's how we got here in the first place, because we banged stuff together, we ate stuff that we didn't have any idea what the properties were. We tried out different things, and you know, step by step, failing, finally a success, and then recording it down and then passing it on to generations later. That is what human civilization is built on. So Senku, that's why Senku was very moved by what Chrome was actually doing, and that's how we should also look into this as well, right? That's why Senku was saying, you know, the actual ideology of science isn't going to die anytime soon, because it's within human nature to do so, to explore the unknown, to satisfy our curiosity to the world around us, right? So I love that part as well. And of course we got the disease reference, right, with Ruri, Kohaku's sister. Again, I'm not going to spoil too much in regards to that or in regards to the village. Those are both parts that I felt were brilliantly done later on. And seriously, the entire concept of the village, it turns out into a huge... The entire backstory of the village is seriously great. So I'm not going to talk too much about that. Let's just wait and see. It's not going to be... I reckon maybe 3 or 4 episodes later, we'll probably get to the part where they explain the backstory of the village. So yeah. Anyways, well, things are looking up, right? Senku has finally got a new base of operations. His science exploration has been kickstarted because of all the materials that Chrome has already acquired for him, right? He already has this huge warehouse of different materials and whatnot in order to carry out his scientific experiments. And he's also got a guy, Chrome, who, you know, is pretty much... also, even though he's relatively primitive, he also applies a scientific method. He's also quite smart in the head as well. With proper guidance, he'll become a proper assistant to Senku. And then in terms of the brawn, well, we got Kohaku, right? And I feel like I should mention a little bit more about Kohaku here, because you know, I've always held that she's best girl, even though there isn't really such a thing as a best girl for this work. But she's best girl in my heart, right? And then also, we get a hint of just how strong she is in this episode as well, right? When she was literally facing off against Kinro and Ginro, right? The two brothers whose names respectively refer to gold and silver. So she was like, "You two want to take me on?" And bear in mind, these two are guards for a reason, right? They're both some of the strongest warriors within this village. And Kohaku's like, "Come on, you both come at me at the same time. I ain't afraid of you." And it's not even like... all I can say is absolutely 100% she can take them on no problem without even breaking into a sweat. And so that is how awesome Kohaku is. So yeah. anyways, like I said numerous times before, things are just going to start picking up. You can already see the entire potential of all these different stuff there, and potential to do lots and lots of different things. Senku in this episode already mentioned antibiotics, and I mean, just consider that for a second here. They were literally in the Stone Age, and now they're trying to make antibiotics. Just that in itself should tell you like how rapidly they're going to advance in the upcoming episodes. So as I said numerous times before, don't go anywhere. It's only going to go up from here. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys next week as well. Until then, bye bye.